Hello there, welcome to another episode of Rich Chang's Leicester Square Theatre podcast. Buy my book, why won't you buy it? Why haven't you bought it? Buy it for everyone, it's a brilliant Christmas gift. It's called Emergency Questions and you can get it at gofasterstripe.com and all good retailers. And also, thank you very much to our sponsors for this entire series, beer52.com. If you like beer and if you like getting unusual craft beers from all over the world, all these ones are from Germany. Look at this one. It's called white grape. It's called New Nipa with white grape juice in it. Wow, that's crazy, man. And Berlinerberg. This is all for Oktoberfest. As we're recording this, you may get different beers. You'll get 8 craft beers for nothing. You will have to pay for P&P, which my producer Ben tells me stands for postage and packing, not packing and postage. It's very important you get it the right way around. You will then be signed up to the service and get 8 beers every month for £24. But if you don't want to do that, you can just unsubscribe and pay just £2.95 for those for 8 free beers. I mean, that's pretty good. And you'll be helping the podcast. We get a bit of money every time someone signs up. So that's nice. Plus, it's really good. And you get crisps. Look, corn nuts. There were some really good Ridge crisps, the last one I had. And a magazine all about the beer. If you're into beers, this is a great thing. If you're not into beers, get the free ones, get drunk, and then get out. What's to lose? Anyway, let's sit back and enjoy yet another Richard Herring's Leicester Square Theatre podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Leicester Square Theatre. Please welcome a man who doesn't have a bad word to say about Aled Jones. It's Richard Herring! He's a good guy. So, never proved a thing. So it's, welcome to another episode of Richard Herring's Leicester Square Theatre podcast. I was hanging around with the Spin Doctors. I remember the Spin Doctors. Long time since we've heard that from them. And it's, I was buying them flowers. I was talking for hours to them. They go, when am I going to shag you? Stop doing it. I said, no, I thought you were happy to talk. Anyway, they call it Leicester, but it's good. The Spin Doctors. That's good. The old Spin Doctors. So I've been getting the local bus service in Hertfordshire where I live. And you get I buy a single ticket into Hitchin, which is the nearest town to me. And you get a paper ticket for your single journey, just because the information about the trip. At the bottom, it says, do not laminate this ticket. Which out of all the rules on the bus, that seems an odd... I mean, it's a single ticket, no one looks at it. The driver gives it you and he knows you're on there. It's unlikely you'll have a laminating machine on the bus. I'm thinking maybe that they do it for all the tickets and maybe some people buy a season ticket. Why aren't they allowed to laminate it? This isn't even a comedy routine. Why can't you laminate the ticket? It's made of paper, it'll make it last longer. What have the Hertfordshire buses got against lamination? Makes me furious. I'm genuinely perplexed. And I got to Hitchin, I was walking, and I've been going into work and like a proper person, at 9:30 in the morning. And it's early. And I passed some kids going to school. It was a bit before 9, actually. And I passed a kid with little 10-year-old boys often have just a mouthful of teeth. There's too many teeth in their face when they're that age. Really goofy kids. I like him. He was. I'm not even knocking it. It was good. But you never see goofy men, do you, like that? They never see men with goofy teeth like that. And it might be because, your mouth grows and your teeth don't grow anymore. Or is it that just all mouthy, toothy kids get bullied to death? I'm not sure. Because you never see him in the adult world. You never see him. He had too many teeth. And I also, on that journey to Hitchin, if you know Hitchin, just the road up to the station. That's what I'm talking about. Anyone know it? This stuff kills in Hitchin. Here's a good bit of observational comedy for Hitchin I wasn't going to do. When you it's like when you go to Waitrose car park in Hitchin and you're thinking, can I park here a bit longer than the 2 hours I'm allowed, or will the man be in the booth today? That kills in Hitchin. So it's... there's an Undertaker's on the way to Hitchin Station, and it has all the graves, the unused graves, piled up in front of the shop. That's not right, is it? They shouldn't. And it wasn't. They just had a delivery. There's the shop, and in front of the shop, just piles of gravestones, unused. I think they should hide those at the back. I know it's making it clear what they do, but that's a bit on the nose, isn't it? This is it. And you're thinking, one of those could be mine. That was the fourth one down, a couple of weeks, and I was worried if I started lifting them up, they might have my name. No, what if you did it and it had your name on it and your death date on there? Your death weight on there. Terrible. Anyway, there's some stand-up comedy, Hitchin-based stand-up comedy for you. So it's... I live in the countryside now. Fuck you London-centric pricks. Yeah, why don't we have some more comedy from Hertfordshire? I wonder why. So look, my guest tonight is probably best known for her appearance on the Richard Herring Fubar radio show. Didn't think of one, I hadn't prepared one. It is, ladies and gentlemen, it's Lou Sanders! Not Amanda Abbington at all, it's Lou Sanders. How are you doing? Oh, it's lovely to see you. Oh, Lou! How lovely to see you.
Thank you for having me.
You've got to talk into the microphone. It's just the first rule of being a stand-up. That's the first rule, talking to the microphone. So we talked about the food. You've been on before. We talked about being on Fubar Radio. We might have even been on Fubar Radio when you were on last time. Probably not.
No.
We weren't on for long, were we?
We were not long, no.
And I don't think anyone heard. Anyone hear the Fubar Radio show, me and Lou? Not even you, David. David's through. I mean, it's named after you.
He was here last time as well.
Oh, was he? Yeah, he loves you.
And he brought his friend, and she did not like me at all. Along with a lot of the audience, actually. But I was drunk last time, wasn't I?
Were you drunk?
Yeah,
I didn't. It's hard to tell, Lou.
Different vibe.
That's interesting. I've just seen your stand-up show just this weekend. It's very fortuitous that you're here, because at least doesn't matter that I haven't researched you, apart from this piece of paper I've got. But yeah, you've given up drink. You used to like.
I think
quite like
stand-up, and I was like, no.
No.
I saw the show, and you've given up, haven't you?
You've sharpened up on stand-up a little bit, I would say, but it's. You gave up drinking because you used to love drink. You loved the bit of the old drink. You loved the bit of the old alcohol. I've got some of it here just to remind you. If you feel like flipping back, just help yourself to a beer 52 beer.
We could do an experiment. No, no, but I did at Latitude. I did a QI live show, and one of the producers came up to me and said, "Oh, I remember you. You stole my beer in a show." And this other guy said, "Oh yeah, and you threw a load of flyers at me." I was like, "I've stopped drinking." Oh, and I massively underran. And you know Tanya, who runs Latitude.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say this, but she. So I really underran, and then I ran into the green room afterwards and went, "Don't tell Tanya," but I said it to Tanya. I'd never met Tanya. And I said, but apparently I had met Tanya 6 times as well.
Right, okay.
And she was not happy, but now we've made up.
You did get up some adventures in the old days when you were drinking. I think that was a mime of you drinking some beers.
Drinking beers.
Yeah, drinking some...
And dick.
Yeah.
No, I'm a new lady.
Are you?
Yeah.
You always used to say this all the time. You used to have an epiphany every couple of months where you're going to change. But you have given up.
I'm only eating green foods. No, I have changed. I've changed loads.
I know you have changed loads. I'm being facetious.
I haven't wet myself in about 6 years.
Okay, that's good.
Oh, hard to please, he's like. Oh, setting the bar very high. Yes.
And there's a little new agey thing, which has always been. You've always been into this kind of new age stuff. So I noticed you pointed it out in your drink bottle you have on stage. There's a huge crystal inside the drink bottle.
Yes.
What does that crystal?
It says.
I mean, it
I'm
doesn't
a bit
do
of a
it.
dickhead.
But what is it?
Can I just say, Ashlyn B got me that because she got 2 for free.
Oh, did she?
Because she's famous. And she gave one to me. But it's just like white. It's like a crystal. It's a water bottle with a big crystal in.
Yeah.
And it just weighs about 10 times more than a normal water bottle. But I look so cute carrying it to yoga.
Just the crystal. It's like a big. It's quite phallic.
Yeah, it's quite phallic.
Quite phallic crystal. It fulfills that.
Yeah.
Is it meant to slightly dissolve in the water, or just imbues the water?
It's supposed to energy. It's supposed to energy. It's supposed to energy the water. I haven't got all the scientific terms, but it's that kind of the business.
Yeah. And then what happens when you drink the water? You become superhuman.
Well, no, I mean, look at me. Very spiritual. No, I do love all that stuff. I had 3 healers.
Nice.
Whatever you call them sounds horrible, really. You know, like healers or shamans, or because I would call them energy workers, and other people would call them a waste of money. But I love all that stuff. I've got like 3 crystals right now up my foof. That's why I'm so zen. And in a lot of pain, yeah.
Yeah, that's quite sharp. Or are they smooth crystals? Can you have smooth ones?
They're very. It's important to remember they're tiny.
Okay.
They're so tiny.
The jazzle's meant to be on the outside, though, right?
Depends, yeah.
Good. So the show's great.
Yes, very good. Yeah.
And I've seen all your shows, and I do love all your shows.
Yeah.
But you know, this is the most focused show you've done, probably because you haven't been drinking.
Yeah.
And it did very well in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's all going quite well for you, isn't it? It's all.
Yeah.
But it's really interesting because I know you're a friend of my wife's.
And yours.
Well, yeah, mine, but you were a friend of my wife.
You're
a friend of... You are my friend too, but I saw you very early on.
I'd like to say I'm both your friends.
Yeah, but you were a friend of...
I mean,
you started on the stand-up circuit at the same time as Katie does.
And I guess when I come round to your house, you do go out a lot of the time.
I do, I try to...
But I'd like to think we're friends.
Well, I like to think but I've seen, what I'm saying is I've seen you perform over the last decade, so it's quite interesting. It's interesting how long it takes now, I think, for stand-up to get to the point that you're at, which is, you know, now you're getting some TV work and things.
Yeah, it's not like back in the day for you when there was.
No, well, it was very easy. You know, I just turned up and they said, "Oh, can you do a TV show on Monday?" I said,
and it was you and Phil Jupitus. And
it was. But so it's kind of interesting but it's also interesting to see how you developed over those 10 years for me, because I think you were like when you started, it probably was a bit too wild and.
Yeah.
You know, you were trying interesting stuff out, but some of it worked and some of it didn't. Whereas this current show, I think, is a much more considered. It's still got the kind of slightly harnesses your insanity.
I think it is a drinking thing though, so I think I have to calm down generally, and the crystals, and so I think it's a reflection of that maybe. It was a structured show as well. I worked really hard to try and structure it and make it make sense.
Yeah. I mean, I liked the shows where you were going off the rails as well, and I liked working with you when you were going off the rails.
I like to watch you implode.
But that's sort of... It's fun to see someone else,
sort of throw their career away,
but you would. It was still fun. They were really funny shows. And it was interesting to watch. But it is also interesting to see you, retain that level, or attain that level of...
Yeah. I definitely get more work since I've not been as mad, I think. Because comics like it because they're like, oh yeah, but it's of no threat to anyone because they're like, oh, she'll never get on TV because she looks mad. Yeah.
But I think a lot of my stuff is sort of feigning mental illness, and I'm sure a lot of your stuff is exaggerating the crazier aspects of your life.
Well, you know that show that you saw, Shane Pig? So there were some posh people that left in Edinburgh. They left after the show. Oh, obviously she's made like a lot of that stuff up. My friend was behind them. They said, obviously a lot of that didn't happen. But it's all true. It's all true. Yeah, it's true. But then you can still, it's not true of 24 hours a day. So you're picking out the moments. To be honest, I think the things you think, there was things you're saying, oh, this is terrible, this is awful. Yeah. And nothing was that bad. Nothing that I did. It was like my dad my stepmom stabbing my dad and stuff. That's not my fault. That's not your fault. That's not. Sounds like a good show, right? You were very drunk in McCuntleth with Arthur Smith. And throwing bottles of wine into the audience, and people thinking that, but then people going. There's a lovely bit where someone sees you next year and assumes that was a character act. Yeah. I did throw a bottle of wine into the audience, and I didn't see the problem with it either when I was at McCuntleth. So I was like, yeah, and I threw a big bottle of wine into the audience, and everyone's like, you can't do that. And then I was like, comedy's too safe. But I genuinely thought that. I was like, what's wrong with everyone?
But I think it's interesting because I think with stand-up, especially at the start, there's lots of people who are kind of crazy, but it's focused and they're maintaining it. And there's lots of people who are just actually mad.
Yeah. And I go out with those ones.
And it's kind of hard to tell in some ways it's hard to tell the difference. It's so. And I think with my stuff, there's a lot of things. At the moment, I'm sort of considering doing a show about the fact that I live quite near a big field where I walk the dog, and it's like really got loads of stones on it, but it's a big field, right? It takes 25 minutes to walk round.
Yeah.
And every single metre of it is full of stones.
And that's
I thought I'm gonna walk around that if I live long enough, I'm going to walk around that field, 700 times a year for another 20 years. Will I be able to clear the field of stones in that time? Now, I won't be able to, right, because there's too many stones, and also the stones go all the way down, so every time it's ploughed, new stones come up, even if I manage to achieve it. But I think I'm going to give it a go, and I know it's impossible, I know I won't do it, and I know the joke is it'll fail.
Yeah.
But I'm still doing it. I clear about 200 stones a day off the field.
Well, what do you do with them,
I'm throwing them to the side, and I'm hoping they'll build a wall around the field by the time I've walked around enough, and then that wall will stand for 1,000 years.
It's like the Ferrero Rocher,
it is,
but with stones.
Well, I'm obsessive, so that's my craziness. Is I enjoy obsession, but I also know. So I knew when the Ferrero Rocher thing was happening, this is going to get out of hand, and that's the joke. I know with the stones, this is not possible, what I'm attempting to do, but I'm still going to try and do it.
Yeah.
And it's a bit like there's an episode of Cold It's, which you won't remember this series because you're too young, where a man pretends to be mentally ill in order to escape Cold It's, and it works, but he goes mentally ill.
Whoa. What's that got to do with the stones?
Well, at least I don't believe the stones are magic and put them in drinks and they can make me
ill. How do you know they're not magic?
They could be. I found one the other day that was sort of... I've got all different terms for it. I call them icebergs, these ones.
Yeah.
It didn't look that big on the surface. When you picked it out, it was as big as my head, and I've got a big head. I actually struggled to get it to the side of the field. It was the best thing that's ever happened. It was like finding a pot of gold.
Are you and Katie still having sex, or?
But it's. I won't answer that. I won't dignify that with. Me and Katie aren't having sex, but it's. But me and the dog are bang. I think it talks of as you get into your 50s, Lou, which I hope you will.
Thank you.
Now you're going up drinking. There's a chance it might happen. You realise your life is meaningless, and everything you've done.
Well, the crystals give me meaning. You know, I've got
then
consciousness.
Then you'll go, oh, hold on. No, they're just crystals. And so if I could build a wall of stones around a massive field that will be there for 1,000 years,
And that's your Edinburgh show next year, yeah? Great, sounds lovely. Can't wait to read the blurb.
I think I might podcast it. I think I've got a GoPro I've never used.
Yeah,
I might put it on. I might have a YouTube channel for other people interested in clearing stones.
Get that Kickstarter started.
David's after it, isn't he? It'll be free. It won't. I've got a GoPro already.
Who wants to donate some money to watch a 50-year-old man scrabble around with some stones?
I've got some good techniques. Is it a picker or a kicker?
Force.
That's the question.
Jill in the Pyrenees, one of my healers.
Yes.
It's my only one now, actually, because I've got rid of the other two.
Yeah.
But she said that I can't have sex with anyone.
Right.
Because someone went, ooh. She doesn't like that.
Because your vagina is full of crystals.
It's a hazard. She said I will shred anything that comes near me. No, she genuinely said I can't have sex with anyone. But she said... I said, what about BJ's? And she said, that's fine. True story.
Well, it's probably good advice. I like some advice I can get on board with. Because I'd like giving blowjobs, that's what I meant. I'll see if Katie's up for that. I'll stay favoured you, but I'm going to blow some men. I'm going to pretend I'm out walking the dog. Come up with an elaborate cover story about clearing stones out of a field. I think it's good because I don't know if it's the farmer will like it or not. That's what I like. I'm not going to ask the farmer whether it's a good idea. I'm just going to clear his field of stones. And they'll go, the stones were what made the stuff grow.
Then if he complains, a quick gob job for him. Are any of these non-alcoholic?
No, they're all very alcoholic. That's why I've got something here called water. There's no crystal in it, I'm afraid.
Why have you got your DVDs here and stuff, like a giveaway or something?
Just people are always interested and asking me, have I done this?
This is your...
That's my wife
and
my daughter.
I'll interview you about this.
Okay.
First question. Any good?
It's excellent. That's one of my favourite of my shows. Happy now? You could have had it free. It's on DVD, which is a new format that has just come in. It's better than video because you don't have to rewind it.
Do you sell DVD players as well?
What I do is sell these very cheaply due to their obsolescence.
Yeah, but your fans, they're probably a bit older. They probably do.
DVD player, David? No. Blu-ray. Well, you can play on that. That's a DVD player, and Blu-ray is worse than DVD, mate. That's sadder than DVD because it didn't take off, did it? DVD player? Yeah, Blu-ray.
I told you your demographic, didn't I?
Blu-ray player, Andy? DVD. Well done, Andy McH. There. You can always rely on Andy McH. Do you play anyone else's DVDs apart from mine on it? Don't play any DVDs of it, you just got it. Is it still hooked up to the telly? Mine isn't hooked up to the telly.
It's inbuilt into the telly.
Oh, inbuilt to the telly. That is a bad telly. How many inches is your telly?
This is the one in my bedroom. It's 28.
28 is the one in your bedroom is 28.
49-inch downstairs.
9 inch. 49 inches. That's massive. Yeah,
he's got the stats at his fingertip, hasn't he? I think he's used them before.
It's the diagonal length.
Right.
Good. Well, so your dad. There's a story that you don't really talk about your dad faking his own death. I mean, you do mention it, but is that true?
That's true. He did. He kept pretending to be dead so that he wouldn't have to see us. My mum was like, "We know you're not dead," but I was only little, so I didn't really.
That's sort of worse, isn't it?
And I was really cute, so it doesn't make sense. But now we get on. And when he came to Edinburgh, he came with his wife, and I said, "Can I talk about all this stuff? Like, do you mind?" And he's like, "No, it's fine." But then he just told her it was lies. Hopefully she won't. I don't think she's a fan of yours, so she won't listen to this.
Almost certainly is.
She likes Henning Vane.
Does she?
Yeah, she doesn't like.
Okay.
She's not mentioned you. Maybe she does. Anyway, so he's been married 7 or 8 times. One was bigamy, so whatever. So it's probably 7, I don't know. But she said to him, well, that's not true. She just makes it up, right? My dad was like, yeah. But it is true. And he came to my show wearing he's nice. We get on and stuff. But there's no point in saying that in a show because it's not interesting, is it? But he came, the first time I saw him in Edinburgh, he was wearing a T-shirt saying, save water, drink beer.
I like
it. And the second night he was wearing
drinkbeer52.com, Leicester.
And the second one was like, don't bother, just don't bother Googling anything. Ask my wife, she knows everything. So he likes the sassy slogans.
Does he say you should use this in your act? Does he try and make you use it?
No, but one review said her dad should get a show. And he was like kind of phoning me up going, don't worry, I won't be a threat to you.
My dad's the same. My dad's 82 now, though, so, he's probably not a threat to anyone.
Yeah.
In terms of getting stuff done. I'll ask you an emergency question.
Oh, already? That's not good, is it?
Yeah, it is good, because I'm trying to flog the book.
Oh, yeah. How are sales going?
Well, it isn't actually out yet.
Oh, cool.
It got to number 5 in the books referenced fun facts and trivia chart.
Wow.
Number 5.
That's great. How many books in there?
How many books in it? It's just one book.
No,
sorry.
There.
Oh, in there. Like 120,000.
That's great.
Well, no, actually, probably not in that.
No.
It's not very good.
The book?
That is not for me to say. This is an interesting question based on the last podcast we did. 379A. I'll do 379B as well. We've all built a snowman, right? That's not the question. What's the most unusual thing or being that you've ever crafted out of snow?
I've never built a snowman.
Have you never built a snowman?
You've heard about my childhood. It's really bleak.
No, it is bleak.
No, I don't think I've ever built a snowman.
Nothing. Have you ever a snowball, a snow penis?
Well, no, I told you that guy that threw a snowball at me. I went and bit his face.
That's true. Yes.
I was very unbalanced.
Okay. Here's a question. 379B. There's more than 1,001 questions in here. In films, snowmen are always coming to life. If that really happened, would you be happy or just freaked out?
Huh. Well, I like cold-hearted men.
Yeah,
so
that's good.
I'd be like, oh, I recognise.
I mean, would you, if a snowman came to life, would you think this is exciting and interesting, or I
would definitely film it for Instagram.
Yeah.
And that would probably go viral.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, oh, well, is he it's all the vibe of him, isn't it? I'm very good with energy. I'd be like, is he sexually threatening?
Well, probably not.
Well, he's got a carrot somewhere, mate.
That is true. That is true. This is actually questions for kids I'm asking you now. Those are questions for kids.
Podcast for kids?
It can be, some of it. Probably no, actually. The edited version. I'll ask you this question. This question has appeared on Twitter from other people who've come up with this one as well. What film/play would you like to see reimagined by the Muppets? If you could have any film with the Muppets. All of them?
Yeah, all of them. Starting with the Muppets. No.
I'd quite like to see a Muppet Christmas Carol made the Muppets Christmas Carol, where all the Muppets, except one, are played by human beings, and then one of the... Michael Caine is played by a Muppet.
Or that KKK film.
Okay, yeah.
With the Muppets.
Yeah.
Because it was intense.
Okay.
And I think the Muppets
The Spike Lee film, yeah.
Oh, it was really good. Pop the Muppets in, though, something for everyone. Or the Auschwitz one, you know?
Yeah.
Brighten it up a bit. Does it have to be all sad?
It's true. Have you ever kept a secret and never told a single soul about it?
Oh, then you'll ask me what secret it is,
will,
wouldn't
yeah.
you?
You're way ahead of me.
I tend to put them all in my shirt. Have I ever? I must have, actually.
Is there stuff you wouldn't put in the shirt? Is there stuff that's...
Other people's secrets I'm really good at.
Yeah.
If they directly tell me, they have to say it's a secret. Okay. Otherwise, I'll tell everyone. But if they look me in the eye and say it's a secret, then I'm really good at it.
Okay.
I've got one from...
What is it?
She fancies you.
I always
Of course, she
knew.
doesn't get real.
I always knew I'm going to ring my wife. I'm going to end my marriage now. What?
It's not a very good one. It's not like she's confided in me with,
No.
you know, the...
No.
But I wouldn't tell anyone.
Okay. Let's have a look at producer Ben's notes.
That's stuff of not to talk about.
No, that's at the top, is as we did before.
Don't talk about it.
This is what Ben Walker thinks is a good question. According to the critics, a great routine about her labia.
Ah, yeah.
Can we agree about that? That's what the critics... That implies all the critics have got
All
together.
the critics love to talk about my labia.
Yeah.
No, I talk about my labia a lot. Too much, really. But it's a lovely...
But is it too much? Because...
my labia is too much. It's
No. But I think...
And that's the problem. And that's why I talk about it.
But as a female comedian, there's this immediate kind of thing. Oh, you mustn't talk about these subjects. You must talk about these subjects.
No. Let the dog see the rabbit.
Yeah. But male comedians, in myself, not so much. Talk about their penises all the time.
Yeah.
And I don't like that kind of stuff. I find that kind of stuff a bit filthy. But, it's a private thing.
Yes, yeah.
But, female, that is as much, and in fact, more of a source of mystery because it isn't talked about in reality, is it? That much by female comedians. And
then now it is more, though. And I think it's helpful because you don't know every bit's right. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, what's that? So it's good to talk about. And then younger girls. I had a show in Edinburgh that I didn't really like, and comics were in, and I was like, that was a really I didn't like it, a dud show. And then I was walking down the street and I was really pissed off and I was in my head. And then these really sweet, 17-year-old girls went out and they were so sweet and they were and I thought that's what it's about, connecting with young kids with massive labias who are
well, you talk about,
me too.
you talk about it not, well, in the way that porn everything's tucked up and hidden away, and in reality that isn't the case.
Sometimes I talk about my labia and it being like dangly, and sometimes men wince, and I think, fuck off, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's also men who can't have seen very many of them, I think, is the...
And then I show them my labia, and I ask them to clap. That was not when my dad was in.
That's an interesting thing to talk about. I think when I did write Talking Cock, it was interesting that, again, the people joke about these things, but they don't really talk about them. Yeah. And so it's good to do it through comedy because, people go, oh, okay, that's not
I did this thing for BBC Wales, not showing off, and obviously. And I talked about my labia on that, right? And it hasn't made the cut. The other stuff has, and they said, we can't put the labia stuff in because that's a bit much for people. And other people are talking about their dicks. Like, it's just, that's the whole point of why I said about it. Because when women talk about that sort of thing, people are like, oh, no, like it's, the message is shush, like we don't want to hear it's disgusting, stay hidden and stay sort of nice and surface level. And that's what I was saying in the piece. And then that's a bit they can't, because they think, oh, people can't handle it. And they're making decisions. Of course people can handle it, because we've all got tits and ticks.
Yeah.
Well, some of us have got one. Some of us have got both. Yeah. Lucky day. I saw a picture of a guy with 2 penises the other week.
Yeah, of course.
I've never known that.
Of course.
What a day for me.
1 in 100,000 men are born with 2 penises.
I want to see it.
Well, I'll ring Katie and ask if she's... I'll show you one of them and then I'll show you the other one. But I'm not prepared to show you them both at the same time.
My friend, I was excited about this when I found out about it. My friend said, his wife had 2 vaginas. I couldn't get over it. Like, and they could get together. 2 penises, 2 vaginas get together. What a film that would be.
And things are going pretty well. There's stuff you can't talk about, I understand. And it says here, well, I didn't know this, you're going to be in Karl Pilkington's new Sky One
I'm in one episode.
Well, that's still good.
Yeah, I like him. He's really nice.
Yeah, I've not met Karl Pilkington.
It sounds like I'm in love with him, doesn't it?
Yeah, and maybe you are.
Well, maybe I am.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Okay. What do you do in Karl Pilkington's?
It's really great acting. Amanda fucking whatever her name is hasn't seen anything yet. No, I'm kidding. I met PC. Sergeant Bob Cryer once on the P&O. What a day that was. Sergeant Bob Cryer, and he had a little sidecar for his wife. Okay. He was on a motorbike, I forgot to say. Sergeant PC Bob Cryer in full leathers on a motorbike. How can that get any better? Wife in a sidecar. Lovely time.
Good. Is he from the Bill?
Yes.
Okay. I don't watch the Bill.
Sergeant Bob Cryer.
Because is it still on? It's not even on, is it now?
It was around the time where June was...
Hey, I remember what you appeared in. You also appeared in videos for As It Occurs to Me. That went with me.
Oh, I looked so
bad. That was better.
In that
You did not look bad in it.
I looked so bad. I want to have a word with someone, whoever shot. That was terrible.
Well, the lights arrived very late.
You just eat a fucking pie. And not get off you. I had to pretend to get off you, and you just eat a beef pie.
Just eating a beef pie.
You just ate a beef pie. And then I had to pretend to get off with you.
Yeah, but you were pretending to suck my penis, so that was fine down there.
I didn't mind that because the beef pie hadn't travelled.
Yeah.
Apparently, here's a fact: if you're allergic to nuts, and someone eats, are you?
No.
Oh.
My niece is though. Yeah.
It's a shame. Well, if someone eats nuts and it comes out in the semen, you can kill someone.
Yeah.
I'm just spreading awareness.
But what a way to go. If you've eaten nuts and getting a blowjob on a plane, do they have to say, can you not? If you've eaten nuts, please do not have a blowjob on this plane, as there's someone with a nut allergy on here. I mean, it's a new kind of nut allergy, isn't it, as well? I mean, you would enjoy that double... it's a delightful pun that is killing me. I'm getting a nut allergy from these guys' nuts. You get it? There's testicles, nuts.
It works.
Sometimes you have to fill in the gaps.
But add the laughter in after.
Yeah,
I'm assuming you're doing that for my stuff anyway.
They're much better than last week's audience. On the other side, yeah.
Oh, God. Blade.
Bruce Forsyth's dead now, so I own that now.
Lovely.
Yeah. That's Bruce Forsyth's joke, but he's dead, so it's mine now. That's how it works, right?
I wonder what I can have of... Who's that racist comedian who died? It would be funny if I... Don't worry about it. It's too long a pause.
Was it Bernard Manning?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was funny. It would have been funny. Yeah, okay, cool.
You've been on Sam Delaney's news thing.
Fuck off.
That's Russia Today.
Why didn't you ask me about Cats Does Countdown?
You've been on Russia Today.
Why didn't you ask me about Cats Does...
I did a pilot of that show before I realised what Russia Today was.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know what Russia Today was when you took it? Do you know what Russia Today is? You do, right? It's the old Jeremy Corbyn loves it, doesn't he? He loves getting some money off them.
Does he?
No. But it's basically a propaganda channel for Putin.
Yeah, but they pay well.
It's all right. I decided not to go back.
Yeah, I decided not to go back because they didn't ask me.
I thought Sam Delaney was a bit...
I like him.
Do you like him?
You can't say that about a fellow presenter.
I'm not a presenter. He's getting paid for doing his stuff. That doesn't... I can say what I like about...
You're getting paid off the Kickstarter. Come on.
I'm not. That goes to
really?
you.
Oh,
that
great.
Goes to
okay.
you.
But
those likes.
Sam Delaney's actually very good at his job, I would say.
Okay. Is his job being a cunt? Because he's excellent at that. Take that, Sam. I've really hurt myself doing that. I've hurt my... I'm so old. I sleep on my arm now, and I've really done my... Because I sleep on there, and I've really done them... Either of my muscles are atrophying.
Your parents are going to be bereaved early.
They are, but I've had a nice...
You started so late.
I've had a nice life.
But have they?
They've had a great life. I'm more worried about my kids than my parents, to be honest. You're in a fantastic short film called Elderflower.
What? This is so old. Can't you ask me about something good?
No, it's not that old. It's like last year.
Oh, also
it's
something
really
I did last time I was on, which I'm really embarrassed about because I was so hammered. You asked me about this, what I thought was a film. I was like, yeah, I think it's a film. I was in for about a second.
Yeah.
It was a short film. It wasn't even a film. I was like,
still a film. It still counts. And Elderflower's a short film, and you're the star of Elderflower.
Oh, God, it sounds so bleak, doesn't it? I've done stuff.
It sounds nice. That's not bleak. That's
I got to kiss Tom Rosenthal. That was fun.
You did.
I wrote that in.
You run a flower shop.
Yeah.
That used to be a knocking shop.
Yeah.
And then...
Don't tell them the twist. They might watch it.
Okay.
But I'm going to write more scenes where I have to kiss men because it's really fun. Because you get so embarrassed and the adrenaline goes up and you have to do it and it's so embarrassing and then you do it and it's like heightened adrenaline. It's so fun.
We were meant to kiss in my thing. We didn't kiss though.
No, because you smelled beef pie.
Katie gave me that. She knew you're a version.
She knew what she was doing.
It was slightly strange, but still enough for me.
I went method on the BJ though, didn't I?
You did. That was fine.
Unfortunately, I'm very teethy.
I went method on having a small penis.
Yes, you did.
I should. My wife, she's done a routine about this. You might not mind me talking about it. She's got quite big teeth.
Right.
And she had one that she had a bit of a snaggle tooth when we got together. Maybe I shouldn't talk about this. So she has done a routine. She had a routine about it where she had to go to the dentist to have it filed down.
Wow, for you?
Because
for love?
And then the dentist saying, "Why are you having this filed down?" And she says, "Because it snags a bit during fellatio." And then the dentist says, "Yeah, it's having to explain to assistants. Yeah, sometimes we get whores in." It's a very good routine, but it's true.
Yeah.
I miss those days. I miss those days. It was kind of added a sort of extra danger to the.
She could maybe like put one in or something, or just like a small penknife or something for an added element of danger. Dentists know when you've got cum in your mouth as well. I mean, they would know if you've got a load of cum in your mouth.
If you spit it out. Excuse me. It's polite to rinse before you... No,
I mean, for like 24 hours or something, if you've given a video and you've got cum... no, it doesn't matter. But yeah, it's true.
Okay. How did you find that fact out?
Come on, man.
I mean, a lot of dentists know you have cum in your mouth because they put it in there while you're under on the anaesthetic.
All right.
Bloody dentists, eh? They're next.
I think you fall in love with your dentist a lot, don't you? Because you're
Yeah,
sort of in
I
their
do.
care and you look up and... My one's a real square and he's very Germanic, but I'm still in love with him when
Yeah.
he... Yeah. Because it's just that closeness and... Also, when you have a massage, you fall in love.
Yeah.
And then I fell in love with my masseuse. I was like, I'm obviously I'm in love now because no one's been so tender with me ever. And then it was a sort of 4-foot Brazilian woman.
Okay.
I am in love, yeah.
Sort of the wee Jimmy Cranky of Brazil.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, it's an intimate thing. I don't understand massages. They upset me.
Why?
Because what you're meant to be getting out of it, I don't get what it's meant to be. It's someone touching your body. Is it meant to be a little bit sexy and you're not allowed to tell people that?
I think
or
so.
is it wrong if you get aroused during it?
I think
everyone does.
everyone gets aroused.
Do
How
they?
can you not get aroused if someone's like...
Tugging your penis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
Sometimes.
if the snaggle tooth is out.
Better check with Katie. She's okay with that. I'll ask her when she's on in a couple of weeks. My wife's going to be on the podcast. Imagine this, because I can't really stop myself on stage saying the worst possible thing. It's going to be worth coming. Just for... also, Greg Davis is on that week as well. I haven't told anyone that. Yeah, you're the first to know. Good. Well, I think it's been a nice podcast.
Been all right.
I'm going to carry on. You've got some podcasts. What's your podcast called?
It's a terrible title.
It is a terrible title. Tell us it.
It's Luke McQueen's fault, the title. It's
Okay.
called Why Is Your Bottom So Dirty? Great podcast, terrible title.
And what's it about? Because I think if it's not about having a dirty bottom, then you're putting people off listening to it. And if it is about a dirty bottom...
I asked... Mel B came to my Soho show, no big
Yes.
deal. And I asked her to do my podcast. She's not got back to me. Weird, isn't it? Luke McQueen asked Joe Bohr, so we're all,
What happens in the podcast?
Oh, I don't know. We're characters and just have a listen. Can't you ask me about something I've done that's good?
What do you want me to ask you about?
I don't know.
Because I'm racking my brains here. And
It's a fair point, actually. Yeah.
it's going very well. It's going well.
You can add laughter in. That's what they do on the TV shows.
They're laughing. These people are cunts. They're laughing as much as they. There's laughing as much as they.
On
feel
Apollo,
able
no one
to.
laughs. They just add their laughter in after.
Yeah.
Have you done Apollo?
No, I haven't.
Not
Have
been
you done
asked.
it?
No.
No. It's £16,000 if you get
17 and a half.
Wow.
And then repeat fees.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, do you think that's... there was an argument on Facebook with a critic saying, is that true? Comedians get that much? And comedians arguing that was a valid amount of money to receive for that, which I think is true.
I think it's true because you work...
I think it's a bit less than I was expecting.
You slog all up and down the country for like shit money and then, you get one nice job.
But there's not any outlet on TV for stand-ups anymore, apart from Apollo and maybe
I missed
maybe
Stuart
Russell
Lee's
Howard.
show.
You needed Stuart Lee's show, didn't you? Oh, did you do it? You did it, but then you weren't on it.
Cut.
Yeah, Stuart Lee's got no comedy taste. He doesn't
No,
know.
it wasn't that. It was this...
He wouldn't know a joke if it was repeated 25 times.
There was a continuity issue with my one.
But that's good. But it's true that show, Russell Howard show, and Apollo's the only chance to see stand-up.
Russell Howard's, they've cut the stand-up from the Russell Howard show, so that's unfortunate, yeah.
I think there's like a couple of us, but not like that. For that to get 10 minutes on or 15 minutes on, it's very rare now.
But Netflix are commissioning loads
That's
of
true.
comedy. And also comedy on TV is boring. Arguably, they're thinking, live as well. Oh, well, this isn't stand-up. This is stand-up, so it's fine. Imagine if I launched into stand-up now.
You can, well, that's, Brian Blessed, more or less. You can do a Brian Blessed, do a bit of your act now if you like. That's all fine. You were on Big Brother's bit on the side.
Whoa.
I
missed. I was on that, and I think they got pissed off because they showed a clip and they said, "What do you think about that?" And it is live, I think. Yeah. And they said, "What do you think about that?" And I went, "Oh, I wasn't watching." And they were like, "Fucking idiot."
What were you doing instead?
I don't know. I'm sort of in my own head, really.
It's often the way with
Yeah.
these things. And like, you know, when you do a TV panel show, it's a very long record.
Yeah.
You've got to concentrate quite hard.
gotta concentrate.
I
And
mean,
that's really
I don't
not
think
my thing.
anyone knows what it's like to work for like 90 minutes. And how hard that can be to concentrate all that time.
Would you do, if you got offered, Big Brother bit on the side now, if you got offered, I'm a Celebrity, get me out of here, would you do it?
I would not do it.
Would you not?
I've been like approached about whether I would be interested in doing it, which happens to a lot of people.
What about if you got or like loads of money?
No.
Okay.
It's not really the.
What about
It's not
an
the-
ice skating show?
No, because I don't like. I went ice skating with Katie about 4 or 5 years ago, and I did ice skate a little bit when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But I literally could not do anything.
What about if
and
you were gonna get
I walked around the very small rink once.
Yeah, collecting
and then got off.
stones.
Yeah, I like the edges of things. So I wouldn't do it because I'd be awful on it, and I wouldn't do I'm a Celebrity because I don't want to be filmed asleep because I'd sleep on my arm.
Right.
And Katie claims I snore really badly, but I don't know if that's true. Sometimes she says you're snoring, and I'm awake, and I'm not snoring. She's crazy. So, what's that about?
When you did that, do you remember you got asked by GQ or something to do that weight thing, and you lost
Yeah,
loads of
men's
weight?
health, yeah.
Oh, I was really jealous of that. You know when you got, like they gave you a personal trainer
They gave
every
me a
day?
personal trainer, a
Yeah.
nutritionist.
What a waste of time! Wasted on you.
I got quite. That was when I was.
You
That's
were-
when I lost some weight, but I'd lost
You
quite a
look
lot. I
lovely.
lost most of that weight on
You
my
look
own.
lovely. You look lovely, darling. Also, I don't want to fat shame you. Okay,
That's good.
thank you. And I think you look lovely.
But you have just fat shamed
Yeah,
me for
can we
ages.
edit
You can't
that out?
you can't just do it
Yeah, and then
and
go,
go.
I
I
don't
don't
need
I
to."
don't want to do it.
Wait till
But I
Jill and-
just did it.
Wait
That's
till-
not how it works.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I don't. You know, it's what you like inside that counts, right?
And that's a problem.
I'm trying to lose weight. We'll see if we do over this. I'd actually got over 100 kilograms on holiday. That's a lot.
How
I'm meant
much
to be.
is that in
I'm meant to be
stone?
72 kilograms
That's 11.
on my BMI thing.
Yeah.
When I did 4 years ago, I got down to 79 kilograms.
And that was mostly dick.
It was. So I'm going to see if during this, watch the end of this series and see what I look like then. You know, people are allowed to be whatever they want, and it's good to be healthy.
Yes.
And you look like you look amazing. I think in terms of like
That's
your skin's much nicer.
so from not drinking.
Yeah.
I mean. Yeah, oh, thank you. And also the meditation and the crystals, of course.
The crystal, I think it's mainly the crystals. I once, I probably have talked about this before. One of my previous girlfriends was quite into New Age stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Her name was Julia Sawalha.
Spicy. Go on.
Which was confusing because there was an actress with that name as well.
Ah.
And we went to like a retreat. Well, it was actually just a health fund, but they had lots of New Age stuff. Firstly, a man gave me a hot and cold stone massage. Have you had one of those?
You love that, don't you? With all the stones?
But it was like middle. It was. I just like all the stones to be the same temperature. That's what. As long as they're the same temperature. But he told me I didn't need to wear any underwear for the massage, and just had a towel over me. And he did get me quite relaxed, but I'm pretty sure he touched my penis twice.
Well, I would say, why not? Get extras.
I mean, I've always wanted, when I've had a massage, for someone to touch my penis. Every other time I've had a massage,
Right.
I've wanted them to touch my penis.
And your dreams
that
came
was
true.
It was an ironic. It was like the Twilight Zone of massages for me. What? Not this time? Why?
I know loads of girls who've had happy endings at massages.
Right, I'm sure. I mean, I would like to set up a massage business. It's a great ruse. But also went to, they allergy tested me. A woman allergy tested me with electric current, and I had to hold foods inside glass vials, and then they put an electric current through me, and then the manometer or whatever it's called would go boom and go, yeah, you can't have red wine, you can't have chocolate.
Whoa.
I was holding a thing in glass. Glass does not conduct electricity. So how does that work? It doesn't work. It's a trick.
Who are we to ask
It's a
questions?
trick. And we did Tai Chi, and this, I've definitely told this story. We did Tai Chi, and then the woman doing the Tai Chi said, your spirit guide's in the room. Both of you two share the same spirit guide. He's a red Indian. I'd have said Native American. And it's called Running Bear. I'm so embarrassed. Like, if that's true,
And it sounds like my
so cliche.
My nan when she went dotty, yeah.
And she said that this running bear, he's known you two were perfect. He's both of your spirits guides. He's known all your lives that you two were perfect for each other. He's finally got you together, and he's finally smiling. He's happy because he's brought you two together, which is nice. But I'd fancied Julius Wilde for about 20 years at that point, and we worked in the same job. You think any spirit guide worth his salt could have got us together in 24 hours?
Or kept you together.
We split up about 2 months later. So he was a fucking shit spirit guide. Nice.
No, I don't buy into that.
No, that's crazy, right?
Yeah, it doesn't sound. What was I going to say? I had a really great story. I've forgotten it.
That happens.
What are you talking about?
Spirit guides, being wanked off in massages.
No.
Being allergic to food and it have electric currents passing through it.
Oh, so I had this, actually, now I've built up. So I sent my friend Luke, who's a comedian, to this woman who does craniosacral, and she put, and he's sceptical, and she put a bit of porridge on his foot and asked if he liked it. I said, did you have a good time? And he went, no.
Actually, my nutritionist I got through Men's Health she kept on pulling my limbs and pulling my fingers and stuff, going, can you feel that? Can you feel what that's doing? And I went, yeah, I don't know what any of it was meant to be doing. It just felt like a woman was pulling my fingers.
No, I do love all that. I mean, I did an allergy test. I don't believe in that. I believe in kinesiology, but not the allergy test. Because they sent me back saying I'm allergic to acid or something. And I thought, yeah, right, I would be. Acid, tobacco and bleach. I'm not even kidding. That's what I was allergic to.
Yeah. Or avoid bleach, generally, I swear. But that is good advice. It's good that they're handing out some good advice.
I paid £65 for that.
They basically just told me all the things I liked I wasn't allowed to have.
Yeah.
So I think they just looked at you and go, yeah, you're eating too much chocolate and alcohol. You can't have those things. Yeah. And it was good advice. Because when I stopped having those things, I did lose weight.
Mm. What a world, eh? Oh, God, I guess we've all learned something.
So what's coming up? There's something coming up that you're not allowed to tell us about?
Yeah.
That's exciting.
But that's fun, yeah.
You haven't even told me about it backstage, so I can't even say what it is.
No, because I know you're cheeky and you'd say it.
I would have said it if I'd known.
Yeah, just a fun series. And then I'm going to go do my show in New York.
Oh, my God.
I've got a bloody... it doesn't matter. She's quite a boring story. Yeah, and then that's it, really.
That's it.
Probably going to do a new Fubar radio show with Stuart Lee.
You should do. I'd love to see him on it. Yeah, it'd be good. Well, thank you very much. I know you've got a gig to go to. Oh, look at that. It's 10:15. Doesn't mean anything to people. It's flown by.
Thank you for having me before I go.
It's been thank you for stepping in.
No worries.
And good luck with everything.
Do I go now?
No, stay here.
Okay.
I'll get around. We'll see if they liked you. If they liked you, they'll clap. If not, it'll just be silence. And we'll just...
Okay, cool.
We'll just walk off. Ladies and gentlemen, Lou Saunders! Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you very much. Back next week with Alice Lowe and somebody else. I haven't booked them yet. I'm great at this job. I'm good at this. So if anyone tells me. Thanks so much for coming. See you again next time. Thank you. Thanks for watching another RHLSTP. That was a great one, wasn't it? I loved it. Thank you very much. Remember, our sponsors are beer52.com. Go to beer52.com/RHLSTP and claim your 8 free beers. You just pay postage and packaging, which is now what my producer Ben has told me. I've said it wrong every other time. And also, if you want to help me out personally, please buy my book, Emergency Questions. Let's get it to the top of the bestsellers list, or just in the middle of the bestsellers list, or just let's sell one. Please buy it. It's the perfect gift for you and all your friends and family. You don't even have to like the podcast. It's just a load of questions you can have fun with. Questions like, why do you have to make everything about you? I mean, that's a good question, isn't it? So thanks for watching and or listening. And I hope to see you again for another RHLSTP, but I might just drink all these beers instead.
How'd you like them sky potatoes?